Hi, I'm Kozu. I, along with my duo and trio queue, are master ranked players on the CN servers. Masters, or Quark on Global, is pretty high up there on the ladder. But we're not perfect, and we realize there is still so much for us to learn and a lot of things we can improve on. We're at the point on the ladder where we are most definitely not good enough to keep up with the best players on the server, but we are good enough to easily recognize what we're doing wrong and how to improve. This video you're watching now is a VOD review of my own gameplay on Global. The game we're about to see is played on Cosmite, and the lobby is filled with mid to high level players who are plat and diamond ranks. Other VOD reviews like those by Kies are focused on beginner mistakes and concepts. These are really good reviews and I do strongly recommend to watch those as well. But at the time of recording, plat and diamond players are among the top ranks in the server, and these players tend to have their basics down. What we're going to go over in this video instead are intermediate mistakes that may seem very minor but can be absolutely game changing because good players will capitalize on minor mistakes. The VOD itself is a VOD I downloaded off of my own Twitch, so please excuse any visual quality drops. That's Twitch compression at work. And also, you'll hear my live comms with my trio as we're watching, so I'm going to have my avatar on screen for you to tell if it's past me talking or current me talking. This intro is scripted after the fact, but the review itself is a live reaction to myself. Enjoy! Okay, and we're in. Alright, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so... just some preliminary thoughts. You will hear my duo here comment on, oh no, it's Seafire. And the reason for that is because we've played against these two here, Audrey and Michelle. Seafire and Mozo are very strong players. We have played against before multiple times, and we can tell that they're very experienced and that they are probably at least Singularity on CN. I do actually end up playing a game with them afterwards, and that confirmed my suspicions because they gave some very Chinese callouts while I was playing with them. They're very good, so that kind of set off alarms. I mean, we have Jav on our team, and that's kind of already quite alarming. So we know that this is ahead of time going to be a fairly high elo and probably a difficult lobby. So that probably sets up some expectations and gets us ready for what's to come.
Yeah.
No, we can do our nade. Yo,
let's go.
Seafire. And then here, first thing I'll talk about is our nade. What me and my duo like to do is that we like to throw a spawn kill nade at the very beginning of the round. Let's do our nade. It's been a while.
Oh, I don't have nades, bro.
Oh fuck! And my duo forgot to bring his nade. Well, didn't bring his nade, so I just do a solo. It's perfectly fine to do a solo. It's obviously more effective to do a duo because then that guarantees you a kill at the beginning of the round. If they're standing there, so you can see me ping on the map where it's going to land, and there's a bell curve of how effective this is, right? It works on it doesn't work in low elos because low elos don't even know you're supposed to be standing there for information. You want to be standing here because if you're standing here, then you see much earlier when attackers are coming around the corner. It gives you more time for your B side players to rotate. But low elo doesn't even do that. They're just sitting on site doing nothing. So this won't work in low elo. And around like mid to high level, you'll start to see more players stand here, and this is where it works the most because they know to stand there for information, but they don't know how to avoid this nade. And then it stops working at high elo because they do stand there for information, but they also start becoming more aware of the surroundings. They know that a nade might be coming, like they've probably experienced this nade before themselves, and they know to back off or what to look for, right? So I do this nade every round or every game anyway, because it helps as a barometer and helps set up expectations for me for what kind of game I'm playing. And like, you know, if it works, it works, right? Like that's at least a minus 100 on whoever's standing there, and it gives us a huge advantage to the first round. So I'll line it up. And where you want to throw it. So you line up your left foot on the brick there, and then you throw it just above the right side of the mountain. And if they are standing there, then you'll get a probably a minus 100, but sometimes I do see as low as like minus 60. Especially if they're stringing fight on the wall. No damage. Yep, so it didn't hit, so that probably set me off here. That this is going to be a hard game.
Audrey.
okay, what is that? So that's a very bad cue, because I think I actually aim for the wall here, which would be fine if I had smokes, but I don't have smokes because, like, I don't have my A3 because this is the first round. So that is a terrible cue. It doesn't hit anything. The way you use Meredith Q, or the way I use Meredith Q on the first round, is that you really want to use it as a zoning tool because of the debuff, right? And because Audrey is standing there, you really have to, well, I know for a fact that Audrey's got to be playing this. So what I should have done is throw it at Audrey's feet. So this is a really bad cue. In fact, I think I actually just miss it. Okay, you can see on the map here, probably very barely visible on screen, but you can see the cue lands at the very back here. So that's hitting nothing. Actually, let me hop in game and show how I'm supposed to do it. It's really frustrating here because I know how to do this cue. I just must have been on autopilot and wasn't at all thinking about how I'm playing. Alright, so here I am in game, and what I was supposed to do, and that I know how to do, still mad that I didn't do it, is that you're supposed to climb up this wall here, and then you want to jump and throw your Q at Audrey's feet, right there. So there, where the Q actually landed, is where Audrey is actually going to be playing and set up. This is good because if she decides to stay in it, then, well, she's debuffed, and it gives us a very good chance to beam her down. If she doesn't stay in it, then that means she's not watching the angle anymore, and the rest of the team can move up. That is how you're supposed to do it, and how, like, I know how to do this, and and it's really kind of frustrating to me that I just didn't do it properly. So yeah, just jump off the wall and then Q. You do want to be careful. You don't want to throw it too far forward, because if she's, if it's too far forward, then it's not going to really hit anything. You don't want to throw it too far back because, like, Audrey's not going to be all the way at the back, right? So this would be easier if I had, like, an actual visual of the enemy. So what I would do is that I'll just react and throw it at the opponent's feet there. Like, wherever she's standing, just jump off the wall and throw it at the feet. And that's how it would work. All right, back to the VOD. So back to the VOD. We're just going to keep going. So here, like I said, since I didn't do my Q properly at all, Audrey is still set up behind the smoke, just in torrent form. Right, just shooting for free. And I think that actually leads to a huge, yep. So here my mean gets down. Right, my mean gets down here because I didn't use my Q properly.
We can't. I'm not gonna plan where to raise first.
And then this leads to a whole cascade of issues. Like, everything just starts going wrong as soon as that mean went down.
Here is.
So the Michelle starts flanking, and then our Longwing has to go back and deal with it.
Oh, he's like 1 HP.
She does win that, but at this point it's kind of screwed because I kind of whiffed every shot. I jump off the wall here. This is, I think, an okay duel for me to take. I just whiffed everything. Actually, no, I didn't whiff. I just put 90 bullets into her face shield. I mean, I would have died to an 8 here anyway. But regardless, that miscue started a whole avalanche of problems. And then they just collapsed on us now because me went down. And we lose round. Very fast.
Got cooked by the
One
nade.
miscue.
I don't even know how the nade got through.
Did we even set up interceptors? We did set up interceptors.
I'm not gonna plan where to raise
Alright,
first.
but the nade went through anyway because I think they were a bit too deep. Yeah.
Oh, he's like 1 HP.
Yeah, interceptors only capture incoming grenades, but if the enemy is already inside the interceptor, it's not going to catch anything. So that was a bit of a fuck up on my side. And then round 2, we go back A. And I do it again. So bad Q, but I end up using my second Q properly. I'm a little bit too late, but I do it properly. I do fix myself. Waste of a Q anyway, because I do have 2 of them. If I just did it properly the first time, then I'll still have a second Q for something else, right? But either way, it worked. So what Audrey's doing now is that she doesn't want to be in my Q, so she backs out. And then now, Reichi sets up the wall for us to go up and take heaven. This is why we want Audrey off the platform here. So if I did this the first time, then we would have been able to set this up properly and do exactly what we're about to do here. So Audrey's not watching anymore, which means that we just go and kill her. It's like a 5v3 in here. So just kill everybody inside here.
So they don't res.
And we win the trades. So now we get the reses off. It's 4v1 and we should be able to kill for free. Yeah, not a problem, yeah. Okay, so at this point, Kokona actually starts playing at the front here. So at some point, I think, in my mind here, I start to think, okay, maybe I can start throwing that nade again. But I don't think I do. This is where the nade is supposed to land. The spawn kill nade I was talking about earlier. And I probably should have started throwing it again now that I knew that Kokona actually is coming back here. Okay, I do this one properly. Oh, not really. I mean, it's not really. You can see barely. Low quality, but you can see it's actually too far back. So I missed it again. And I don't have a second Q. I wasted my first Q here. So I used my first Q on the... I tried to get Kokona with it. I don't know why. It's kind of completely useless there. But so if I saved my first... So if I didn't waste my first Q there, I could have used my second Q properly on the Audrey here. And then, yeah, so this time, everybody's ready. They're ready for it. Like Audrey, see, big difference, right? Audrey's just still set up here, beaming us for free. So it's not a good time. Bad plan. Yep. 100% bad plan. So the reason why that's a bad plan is because we don't really like there's 3 people in heaven, right? It's very simple, very easy for them to just like this smoke is gonna go down in like 2 seconds, which it does. And also Galatea still has her clone up, I believe, and Galatea clone has a scan. So it's very easy for Galatea to just throw her clone through the wall, see where I am, and beam me down, which is exactly what happened, right? Well, not really. She actually just jumps through smoke and beams me down. Oh no. So you can see revealed. I was revealed through the wall, and they beat me down through the wall. And then everybody else just runs out of heaven because we have no control of the map, and we all die here. Yep. So really bad plan. I should not have done that.
Either, where you're gonna push out.
100%. So my duo Quasar there, the correct play would have been to try run up heaven and try a 4v3 or 5v3 in there. It would have been really bad because Audrey was set up. Like I said, I didn't use my Q properly to convince Audrey to go away. So I think it would have still been very disadvantageous of us to go up heaven and try to take that fight. But that's a better play than trying this plant. It's a really bad plan. Yep, kind of threw it around. And we'll die. Let's try it.
Yeah, because the Awakening 1.
Okay, so yeah, Awakening 1. We're gonna try mid plays. Okay, so I call for a mid play here. Let's try it.
Yeah, because
so the way I usually do mid plays is that when we go mid, I prefer going B. So once we go up into mid with Meredith Q, I like to go B because when you go A, the players on A, you know, they're probably on heaven. There's probably one on site here, and there's probably one up here. They've got a freeway angle, right? They've got a freeway angle into the choke from you going from mid to A, and that's really hard to fight. Like it's really difficult to push through that. Whereas if you go B, the B players are probably, you know, like up here, right? They're really far forward and they don't really have much time to react. So when you go up this way, it becomes very easy to catch them on site here because they're probably not really prepared for you. And if you go fast enough, the people from A can't shoot you because you're in deep and there's like lots of walls and lots of cover. Whereas if you go A, if the B players realize fast enough, then they can actually just shoot you in the back from here. So usually I prefer going B, but if we do manage to get a kill in mid, a 5v2 on A is probably a little bit easier because A site is typically much easier to hold with bomb.
It's a hard play. Or the heaven. Koshi is low, you know.
Right, so what we do, we Q here, and we'll fly up. And then the correct play would be to smoke ourselves right so that we can go B. Yep, so our Ming here knows that. We smoke right. Oh, we smoke middle. But regardless, this should give us enough time to rush through. Who is Michelle here? She's by herself. They don't really have much time to make it through. Just like
Yeah.
And then we all make it through for a 4v4. Ideally here, I should have landed my shots properly so that I could perhaps kill this Flavia. That would have made it a much easier site hold, but
Yeah.
I didn't manage that. Wasting a lot of time here. I should just be going straight for the plant. Where's the grenade too? Okay, we're gonna ult.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is that's a bad ult. It's a bad ult, not because of the placement. Oh, the placement's a little bit bad too. Let me go back a bit here. So what I needed to do, as soon as I got the bomb down, the moment I got the bomb down, I needed to ult here, right? Ideally, I can see it. So I have bomb plant, and I chuck it right into this corner here, so that it covers all of this area. Right now, right? I need to do it ASAP as soon as the bomb goes down, because the opponents are still at the back here. So we've got like a Kokoro here, and the rest of the team is like all back here, right? All 5 of them are back here. And that means that would have been caught in like at the very edge of the ult, and they would have had to walk through all of this to fight us. But I give them too much time. But here I'm just doing nothing. I look heaven, like nothing, like I can't help that. It's pointless. I'm just wasting so much time and doing nothing. But here, by the time I'm thinking of ulting, they actually already pushed through here. So when the ult finally lands, right, they just run through. Like Audrey is already up here. She's not even inside the ult, and then she just kills me for free because I don't know. I'm just doing nothing.
Oh, she got on.
That's a really, like, placement wise, I think it's still okay, because if we can like funnel them into heaven, then it's a choke, right? We can hold the choke as 4 people, and that's okay. But it's way too slow. It's way too slow. They can actually just run through it and just kill us, who are a little bit like unprepared.
Oh god.
Yeah, they just run through it and kill us. I need to ult way earlier there, and that probably would have given us a round, maybe.
Down to 102.
Coconut had ult. Unlucky. That would have been strong. Yeah, okay. So Coconut, I do say here, Coconut did have ult. But I still think we had a chance 4v5 if I threw that ult properly, if I timed it properly. I 4v4, I think would have guaranteed it with the good ult. But yeah, I screw up immensely there.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Quite you're gonna go Flav.
We'll see. So I missed his Q as well. I must have been on full autopilot here. Yeah, okay. I don't even do this one properly. Okay, yeah, that Q hits nothing. So, so if I keep doing this like every round, I'm actually kind of disappointed in myself here.
Ow.
Must have had a long day or something.
Is normal war? It's not.
Okay, so we're kind of stuck here. Audrey has ult, so we couldn't really push through. And then here, Reichi uses his ult. So this is a good time to plant. So usually when Reichi ults like this, we're like, okay. So the problem before was that, you know, if Galatea reveals me, then they can just shoot through the wall, right? But here, even if Galatea does reveal me, then the iron wall will protect me. I only need to worry about people jumping through the wall and killing me, which Flavia can do, but if 5 people are watching it properly, it should be fine. But the problem here is that this wall actually has been up for a while now. So by the time that Reichi finally ults,
Firewall.
it goes right down.
It went down.
So then this causes a huge avalanche of issues. We're way too far forward and exposed. We're kind of completely like unprepared for this, and
Went down, it went down, it went down, it went down.
and like everything just starts going to shit. Like things just start going bad. Because we're in a really bad position, and we're just not ready to fight. Galaxy behind. I think I mean, it is Reichi's fault that the wall, like that he didn't really time his own wall properly, his own cooldowns properly. But I think it should have also been on us as a team to realize, wait, this wall's been up for a long time. Maybe we shouldn't go up, right? We should have had the internal clock on to realize that the wall is about to go down. But at the same time, if Reichi played it correctly, then like either he had to have altered straight away so that we could go up, or he sets down another wall to refresh the cooldown. There is a proper way to do this. So usually when you have Reichi ult in this map, it should be a guaranteed win on A. And our opponents actually pull this strat off properly, and we will see that later on. But in this case, this is what an absolute fail looks like. And then we all fall apart. I just miss every shot here. It's kind of sad. And yeah, they just collapse and we die. Bro, that wall going down. Yeah, yeah. His own war timer. I start complaining about the Reichi. Oh yeah, something I forgot to say. In general, this map is very defender-sided. So in my experience, I usually go 2 and 6 on attack, and then when we swap around, we go 6 and 2 on defense. Right, in my experience. So usually, like, yeah, if you can reach 3 rounds on attack on this map, you're usually very well off for a win. If you go 4 and 4, you're probably most definitely going to win. It's not a rule though. Like, I have seen people go 6 and 2 on attack and then swap around and go 6 and 2 on attack on the other side, but that's really rare. Usually in my experience in China is that we go 2 and 6 on attack and then you win 6 more rounds in defense. Like, it's Reichi's job to like deal with the Audrey, man. Okay, yeah, and then we just complain about that. I disagree with myself here. It's not entirely Reichi's job to deal with the Audrey. I should have been landing my Qs. So this is also partially on me. Let's go hot B. Try to get 1 round. We're gonna try to get 1 round on B since we haven't done that yet. As Rage.
They don't fill nades.
The fuck is this flash? Okay, there's a Michelle up front. I probably should have queued her. Like I do have Sandstorm. I mean, I should have queued her anyway because we have Lowing Knife. So that if I queue her, then our Lowing Knives, then that gives us a good opportunity to kill her. But I don't do that. And then what I should do is actually queue Audrey like right now. And then Yep. Okay. So huge waste of Audrey Meredith queues. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. Like, cause I know what to do. Like, I know what to do. Because normally when I play this in China, I would actually queue the spot here, right? And then when we walk out here, I would actually queue. I'll queue this spot here, right? So I have 2 Meredith queues. I have Smoke as well. So first queue goes here, and the second queue goes here. Or if we can walk out for free, then I'll queue the Heaven platform like behind here, right? And then I'll queue this spot so that we can try to take site. But I don't do either of that for some reason. I'm kind of trolling. Huge waste of utility. Like, I legitimately cannot tell you what I'm trying to do here. So we die here for free. This is kind of a throw. Oopsies.
Reichi went solo right side and died.
Did he? Okay, yeah, Reichi's going to the right side and he dies to Flavia 1v1. I think it's not entirely the Reichi's fault. I think at least one of us should have been with him so that the Reichi could take a 2v1 and establish himself here so that he can get the wall off, right? Or like this wall. So it's not entirely the Reichi's fault again, but maybe he should have been more aware that no one was with him. I don't know. Regardless, it's not about the Reichi here, it's about me. I screwed up my Qs.
You went solo.
Yeah,
like
it was huge.
diamonds.
It was a huge L on my part.
Is it 2 diamonds or just
No,
one
just
diamond?
one, just a coconut. No, the coconut is actually plat, I think. It's just Muzel is diamond. C5 is plat.
And then they have free, and then they have free.
Holy shit. Okay, so now that I have smoke, I don't need to worry about landing my Q at Audrey's feet anymore. I can actually just put it up front. It will still be more effective if I actually throw it at Audrey's feet so that we get more like space, but this is fine too. And then how I like to use my second smoke is that, so I have two choices here, right? Either I keep because we have two charges, I either permanently keep Heaven smoked, or we have Reichi War, so I guess the play will be to permanently keep Heaven smoked. Because if we don't have Reichi War, then what I would normally do is actually I would queue around this part of the site so that it can give us a little bit of blockage, like that. So it gives us a little bit of space on the site, and that gives us an opportunity to either go up Heaven or maybe go into Hell here or up into this side of the site to try to look for a kill.
I can't see.
What am I doing? Okay, so this is a good play on Flavia's part. Kind of screws us up, causes a lot of chaos. Our long lane is very deep by herself because like we got cut off by the Flavia ult. Like everything, the only thing on my mind right now is to like get out of Flavia ult and run away. Maybe I should have used a Q on myself. Maybe give or use a Q on where Loin is to give Loin a bit of a little opportunity, but I don't really do that. I think we just fold us here as well because Galatea is behind us and everything starts going to shit again. Yeah. So the defenders here are just really strong. They kind of know what to do and how to capitalize on gaps in our formation. Like they're separating us, right? They're hard separating us. Not even one round. Okay, so this is the last round, and if we want to go for a draw, we have to win this round. Because like I said, very 2-6 defender side.
I vote now. Reichi's.
Reichi's is like, it's hindering us more than it is enabling. Like, it's better
Okay.
off. No.
So so disregarding my duo's comment there, the play here, so what's going through my mind right now is that I have ult and we just have to play the ult, right? So what I normally do with Meredith ult is I throw it deep into site like that we can get plant and that we can also maybe look for kills, which is I believe what we do, and it goes really well. So for some reason, only for this round, my brain turns on, I think. So I Q that properly. And then we push up with the smoke. And then I Q... No, I just instantly ult spawn.
Hoping this guy push.
And then because our Ming is really deep, so what this smoke did, because Audrey can't see anything, our Ming knew to just go, alright, Audrey can't help, I'm just going to push this coconut into hell. And then I instantly ult, and then I go try back up Ming here. Which works out. And then because we have sight now, okay, I go for the plant, which is okay, because it is now 5v3 inside Meredith ult. Audrey is in Heaven, can't help at all. So if there is still one coming from B, they're isolated. Audrey is in Heaven by herself, isolated, and Galatea is dead. Flavia, I don't know where Flavia is. But regardless, the whole team is split up, but we are together as a team on site. So this should be extremely advantageous for us. So the plant here is fine. Okay, it looks like Audrey is beaming us from the spawn. So I queue myself here to try take height, fly in and out of dome, get some angles on people. And then I notice Flavia on my feet.
Track that guy in the corner.
So 5 and 5 is hit here. Try to get some height. I'm not sure if that was a smart cue. I mean, I guess it works out. Like, was the way at this point of the game here. The way I like to use Meredith Q is actually just like Horizon Q in Apex Legends, right? Take height, get some weird angles, start killing people. Because at this point, the smoke isn't really going to be that effective. This is kind of the point where the defenders like are going to run through smoke anyway, right? And they can, and we're not really in the position to fight for smoke, or at least hold the angle that smoke is holding. So yeah, what's going through my mind right now is that I want to use Q for height and just try to take angles. And here, I fly over the top of I fly over the top of their heads. Get the order from here.
Nice. Another here, out here.
And then last one's Michelle. So my brain turned on for this round. I must have been like half asleep for every other round. And that's attacker side.
Yeah, I placed Michelle.
And then going on to defense. Team comp is okay here. I think what would make it better is that if our Bimo here was Flavia instead, but my trio is a little bit of a Bimo one trick. It's not a bad thing because Bimo I think is still very solid, but Flavia, right, would let us entry into Reichi War, which Reichi, by the way, is most definitely going to be picked on this map. So Flavia would let us entry through the wall. But Bimo can kind of do the same if played correctly. It's just I would probably prefer Flavia.
Coconut? Oh no. Wait, he's plaid.
Okay, wait, hang on. Let's go back to the beginning round. Setup is okay. Normally, when I'm Madalena on this map, I would prefer to start in long, but because Coconut is already there and Bimo is playing for information anyway, I just start B. And what I do is that if they confirm A, then I run up the middle here, throw an interceptor. I think I do exactly that. So we confirm A. I just run the short here, throw intercept the mid, and then I rotate. To usually, so sometimes I like to go around and help Coconut out in heaven. Otherwise, I just kind of play from sight here and try to get an angle on anybody trying to come in here.
Regality should be flanking.
Kind of an okay paint.
Fucked it up.
Ouch. Alright, so this paint, so the reason why this paint, right? So we saw when we were attacking that something that attackers would do is that they'll wall off the site so that they can run up heaven, right? What this paint does is slow down the heaven push. Because this is all painted, they can't sticky up this wall. They'll have to go around this side and sticky up this wall, which slows them down a lot and also might give me or any of us on site an opportunity to go through the wall and kill them. Which I think is exactly what happens. Yep, so they do a wall here and they try to go up heaven. But because I've already painted it, I think I repainted it. Yeah, I repainted it. A nade here that should hit someone. Yep, it does. A cracked maybe through. And they're all trying to go up there. And then I think they actually end up flying over. Okay. And because they're all, so firstly Reichi went down, and secondly because they're a bit slow in going up heaven, this gives me an opportunity to jump through the wall. No one's behind to watch anymore, so I saw on the map that everybody went through. They're like, alright, no one's watching. I jump through the wall and try to get a kill. Which is what happens. Yep. We got 2 kills here, back off because I'm low, and everybody cleans up. Free armor. That's 30. What happens in the second round? Okay, so this is a B take.
37-1.
And first thing I do is paint the right side here because this is where, you know, where they're going to be coming in from. Intercept at the corner, and I paint both sides.
They're all on Galaxy side.
Okay. Can't see the knife. I'm not sure what's going on with the knife.
Can't see that knife.
Okay, that knife is not very helpful, which is good. Because usually what I would expect is for Longwing to... What I normally experience in China is that Longwings like to try to fight for this space, and then they knife the box here, which is really oppressive because when this box is knifed, it means that it makes it really hard for me to peek out, right?
Can't see that knife.
And this knife kind of does nothing. Like all the info it gives is if anybody is standing here, like in this space here, but like why would anybody be standing there?
Are they not in?
And it's kind of useless info. And then at this point we realize, okay, but I haven't pushed it in yet, maybe they're going A. So we rotate back and we reset to default positions. Oh, nope, maybe they show up B, so I'll go back.
Good trade. We just have to not die now.
Reichi puts down a wall here, but at this point, so our Galatea and our Michelle are 2v3 or 2v2. Right. We know Reichi is here, so these two have a good opportunity to keep doing what they're doing. I don't think they're not using.
Reichi here.
Okay, yeah, but anyway, at this point it's 3v2 and we should have a good opportunity to just jump through this wall, right? Because we know Galatea's up here, and we know that Reichi is probably like on his own, like on site somewhere. So it should be okay for us, for me and Kokona, to jump through the wall and try to get the Reichi.
Reichi here.
Which is what happens. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we get that. Galatea is somewhere. Perhaps the Galatea... Okay, no. I think Galatea was actually mid the entire time. So Reichi was by himself, and that means that it was a very easy play for us to just go through that wall. Yeah. Baiman ends up winning that 1v1.
The losers.
How's the whole situation going?
Verity's weak, she can't help.
Okay nade, but I should have expected the interceptor. So if this nade went through, then like it would have, you can see on the map here, they're all clumped up right here. This would have been a really big nade, but I should have expected the interceptor, because it's just something that you're supposed to be doing. Maybe it's fine to throw it regardless. I'm still not sure how to time my nades properly. Like, should I throw it anyway, even if I think there's an interceptor? Because on the chance that they don't have an interceptor, it's a huge nade, right? Maybe what I could have done is that, like, I could have just thrown it at the tip of the entrance here, instead of throwing it deep into the corner. Because even if it's at the tip here, because the interceptor wasn't like outside, right? Because if it was outside, then it would have been caught by my interceptor. So I should have thrown it within the range of my own interceptor. Maybe that was a play. Yeah, because it ends up going too deep outside the range of my own interceptor, and it gets caught by the enemy interceptor. Oh, I overpeaked that. Yeah, I way overpeaked that. I whiffed as well. So what should have happened, because Longwing is slowed by both paint and turret, I should have 2-tapped it. I ended up whiffing a lot, and then like, because it's like 3 people looking at me, I get beamed and I die. So I way overpeaked that. I should have just backed off when I whiffed on the Longwing. And I think we still come back on this round. No, we don't. We lose this one. So I think it's a big misplay on my side. I could have held that better.
She can't help.
Like Michelle dies instantly, which is really unfortunate, but I think I could have held that better. Right? Like if the nade went through, then that's huge. And well, I just kind of whiffed here. It's kind of mechanics. I think decision making wise it's okay. But mechanics failed me here. Yeah. Like, I get a headshot on the Ming, but like, so what? Right? I'm kind of dead. So that's a bit. Oh no, it was Galatea. Yeah, there's kind of big whoopsies.
Like the Galaxy should be playing.
So they go back to B. This is still from the beginning. Yep, spotted B. Now run to B. Then I do the same thing, and this time, do I learn? Do I throw the nade too deep this time as well? Oh, they're not even pushing up. Okay.
Rachel really low.
Alright, so I don't throw the nade this time because I'm pretty sure it's because I don't have info on them. Right? Last time I threw the nade because I saw 4 on the map. I was like, okay, big nade. But this time I don't see anyone on the map, so I don't throw the nade. And then because they haven't pushed in, I say, okay, Galatea, Michelle should be fine solo holding, so we rotate back A just in case they're going A. Do I have awakenings at this point? Because if I have paint trail, then I ult here. That's an okay ult because it gives my team time to rotate, right? The attackers were faster than us, so if I didn't ult here, then there was a very good chance that the attackers, like I got knifed and smoked here. Like I have no chance of fighting for heaven by myself. So with this knife and smoke, the attackers had the opportunity to either push into Kokona and kill her for free because she's by herself, or come up heaven and kill me for free because I'm by myself. Right? And I don't have any info. I can't see and shoot back. So this ult, I think, was actually a good one. It stopped them in their tracks and gives my team time to rotate over. But it does mean because I ulted really early, it does mean that they have the opportunity to run back and go back B. So it could have also been a wasted ult. But I think that's better, right? Them going back to B and resetting the game state is better than them coming on site and killing us for free. So maybe this is okay. Oh, I preempted the teleporter because I thought that was an enemy. Oh, actually, is someone by themselves here? Oh no, Galatea's, there's a clan. Okay. Oh, I traded Reichi, but it should be fine. So at this point, it's very unlikely that they might have gone all the way back B. Like we know that the Reichi's still here, right? And they're probably all clumped up here, waiting for a repeat, waiting for a retake. That's chitted. But I still have paint. I still have util, so I just pinned it up and just wait for them to come. Now everybody resets to default positions. So Michelle's back on B now, getting info if they are B, and then me and Kokona are ready to shoot them back on A long. So this again, we've completely reset to the game state. So this is basically as if it was the beginning of the round, but the attackers, instead of 2 minutes, only have 1 minute left to go. This is very disadvantageous for the attackers here. I mean, what they end up doing is coming back A. Yep. So Min Q, we know it's A. So I try to take some shots here. The sandstorm here is a very weak sandstorm. You guys saw on the first half how I used my sandstorm, and I would have like used it over here, but I think that's because the Meredith here, because she's all the way back here, it's very difficult for her to walk all the way up. Like I'm holding A long and they don't have any more smokes, right? This is like the third round. They don't have any more util. They spent all the util trying to take B, and they spent all the util like on their first take of A, right? So they don't have any more util. So I think Meredith was forced to use the ult here because she has like no opportunity to go up close and try to throw a smoke that way. So she's forced to use this ult to try and attempt to take site, and it doesn't really work out for them. I kind of just because they can't see me, right? Norway knife is still down, I believe. They can't see me at all. So I can kind of just walk up to this platform for free because Meredith is blocking their own vision. Oh, Galatea still has vision though. Okay, she doesn't teleport through. So spot Ming here, and I kind of whiff on her. She gets 3 shots on me. Is she 2 behind you? Okay, well, Ming also downs our. Okay, that nade was terrible. Good idea, bad execution. Because I saw one underneath the platform here, and this guy behind the boxes like has a pretty like it could have also caught him as well if he was pushing up. But like I think this nade was supposed to be for the guy on below heaven, but I don't know what the hell am I doing. I have time to line that up. Like I don't need to panic. I don't need to rush that. I think it's because I let go. Like I saw the projectile line. Like I saw that. I let go at this moment. But then because I'm still moving, the nade bounces back. I could have taken a little bit more time to clean that up properly, but oh well. But I should be fine here because it's kind of messed up, right? Like they're all outside Meredith ult and they're all funneled into like a tiny position here. So we can actually just collapse and kill them. 20 seconds. Yeah, so they actually all walk out of Meredith. They all funnel into upper here. And we are in a decent spot to fight back. I can't see. Yeah, so get the Raichi here. And then Long Wei needs by herself at the end here. Yeah, so that works out.
There's only the... I never fucking flame.
So what happens here? So beginning round, yep, so you can see, this is what I was saying at the beginning. You need someone up here to spot for info going that way.
Yeah, they're A. Does this jab guy never fucking flame? Mid?
Evan, they don't... Oh, okay, so they actually go for a mid play here. Right, so we tried a mid play too on attack, and what we did was that we went left into B. But what these guys end up doing, and I'm here ready for them, so I paint this. They didn't have paint when we were attacking, so this paint makes it very hard for them to push through. They smack the middle here, and they try to push out. Bad interceptor. I should have thrown it at my own feet, but I guess it's fine. And then the Ming run through, and they tried to fight me here, right? But we're kind of ready for them. Cocoonut's on the box, getting a huge angle this way, right? And then the Bioman's here, close range, and I managed to fall back in time to fight with my Bioman on the choke. This is why I prefer going B, right? Because if they went B, they would have went 5v2 against the Galatea and Michelle, who might not be ready for them. Whereas here, we're already set up, and they're being slowed down by paint as well, right? So they're going to be coming out of this choke really slowly, and they'll be funneling into us one at a time for us to shift them back. Repaint this, but now they have 2 layers of paint to go through. And then I whiffed. I should have died there, but I whiffed. And also my team is here to back me up, so it's fine. Doesn't mean there. Yep. Okay. Yeah. At this point, because the whole team was very slowed by 2 layers of paint, Michelle and Galatea have just enough time to walk in and shoot everybody in the back. So this is a very fast kill by us. Raichi was actually not with him, but at this point it doesn't matter. We killed him for free. Alright, so this time it's a B play. And that's kind of lost at the beginning, I think. I don't know if there's anything we can do to salvage it at this point. Like, because they have ults, right? I'm expecting...
Interceptor.
Okay, do I bring up tab? Okay, here. Yeah, Raichi has ult here. So if they get an early down like that, it's basically a lost round, guaranteed. In fact, I don't think Raichi actually ults this round. They ult next round. So they get 2 rounds for free because of this. When your B player dies like that, like for free, like it's very risky playing that forward, but you kind of have to, because you need the info. But you also have to be careful. Like if you're gonna peek and try to trade, you better not get headshot, right? Because if you do, like the B hole basically becomes impossible 4v5. Like it's really hard to hold the site at 4v5. Whereas like 4v5 on A is still kind of okay. 4v5B is not really it. Right? Like I have paint trail at this point. Like it is hard for them to push on site, but they saw the knock. They know, right? They know to just steam right ahead. So like you saw in the previous rounds, by the time I got onto this platform, I had enough time to paint interceptor and nade. But because Galatea died really early, okay, the enemy attackers know, alright, no one's here to defend, we can just steamroll straight onto site. So I don't have time to set up, right? By the time I interceptor and paint, like 2 of them are already through. The Ming's already through, right? So now I can't, okay, now this time, Lowing does a proper knife. She knifes underneath the platform here. I can't play this anymore. Well, I can, but I'll just be revealed and I'll be very easy kill. Because Ming is going to be up in heaven now. There's going to be 3 attackers or 2 attackers come in from main, and then from short is going to be a Raichi. So like staying on this platform is a little bit like a death sentence, especially because I wasted my interceptor in the corner, where it's not going to be helpful anymore because we already lost that part of sight. I should have intercepted myself. I can't shoot that knife. Yeah, and then they smoke us off, and then like we're in knife and smoke, it's kind of screwed, right? Michelle even ults here, but it doesn't matter because like we can't play off of it. We're all stuck in here. There's 2 layers of smoke here. There's a lowering knife. They have heaven, and yeah, we're all stuck in spawn here. Like it's kind of screwed. The attack is kind of wins for free, even though. So Coconut got the res off, but it's we don't have sight. This retake here is going to be really hard.
Walled off my...
The breaker too. And we have no chance of breaking this knife either. It should be A3. It's not even A3 Reishi, but it is a bit messed up. So it looks like we all had the right idea of going heaven, right? Because there's absolutely no chance of any of us going through this wall. If we do that, then the guys heaven is going to shoot us. Guys in main are going to shoot us. The guys in short are going to shoot us, right? Anybody on site is going to shoot us, right? So going through the wall here is kind of suicide. But at the same time, if all 5 of us went heaven, then like, you know, that's a choke and it should be a lot easier for them to defend. So it's very good for Bimo to be staying here and playing the wall, looking for an opportunity when the wall goes down. Well, I think Coconut ends up joining him. Yeah, so there's 3 of us going in heaven and 2 of us going waiting behind the wall here, which is I think the right play to do. And we can kind of go through the wall here, right? Because Galatea has info, she has clones, and also she has invisibility. So it does give her an opportunity to check what's in front of the wall and see if we can entry or not. We end up going ahead of Galatea anyway. I think that's a little bit of misplay. That could have gone really bad if the enemies were actually in heaven and like playing for it. They would have punished us really hard. So we should have waited for Galatea to go first, just in case they were actually in heaven, but it ended up working out because they weren't in heaven for whatever reason. But we know that they're going to be up here, so we see Ming is behind the box on the right here, Galatea is here, but it is a 3v2. Because if there's 2 players here, maybe at most there'll be like another player at the back here. Maybe a 3v3, but we should have a decent opportunity to fight for this space and take back the site. Here we kill up, tap the Ming here. My 2 teammates die here, but I think it ends up being okay anyway. Because I have long paint, I managed to paint all of that, and it gives me a decent chance to duel whoever is on the platform here by herself. And our Bimo, actually, so because our Bimo split and our Coconut split from us, they managed to catch 2v1 whoever's like down here, right? Or 2v2 whoever's down the bottom there. They won those fights, that's really good. And as long as I win my gunfight here, then we should have that successful retake, right? Oh, I'm peak, tap in the head, right? And then now it's 3v1 with Meredith, it should be very easy. Yep. Done. So that was a very disadvantageous retake. By all means, we should have lost that if they were actually set up in heaven properly, but it seems like they weren't. So lucky for us. Good play by us, but I got some clutch headshot. But that should have been the last round.
Hello, it's all...
Okay, so now I have ult again, and Meredith has ult, Reishi has ult. So I was thinking in my head that it's going to be an A play, right? Because when you have Reishi ult, you know what? You'll see. You guys will see exactly what's going to happen. When you have Reishi ult on this map, it should be a free win.
Thanks for the KD.
Alright, so we confirmed A, and we rotate. And I think what I should have done... I think what I do actually end up doing is go to heaven. Like, I tapped the Ming in the head, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, okay, so this is an iron wall. This is the wall that I was expecting our Reishi to do when we were attacking. So what this wall does is that... so this is a very narrow wall, right? But it leaves exactly enough space for them to walk in the corner here and plant. And we can't shoot that because it's an altered wall. And we also can't nade it if they have interceptors. So, and we also can't run through it because it's a narrow wall, right? If we run through that, then there's going to be 5 of them looking from Arch, looking from the stairs, looking from the, I think we call this hooker, and they'll just beam whoever's through the wall. And this is why Flavia is really strong here, because Flavia actually has the opportunity to go through the wall and try to disrupt the plant. but we don't have a Flavia, and our Bimo doesn't have ult either, I think. So this is basically like a free plan for them, and things start going really bad, right? You'll see. Oh no, our Bimo did ult. Yeah, so our Bimo had the right play here. He needs to go through the wall and try to disrupt the plant, which he fails to do because he just gets shit on 1v5. I had the right idea here to try retake heaven with Coconut, but I think at this point it was a little bit too late because they have the bomb down, right? There's a wall here, and what happens is that Reichi does another wall on the archers here. Oh fuck, this might be a little fucked. Yep. So horizontal wall this way. This is basically a guaranteed win for attackers here. This is what you're supposed to do with Reichi wall, because when you have a horizontal wall here, A3 Reichi, we can't shoot them. They can shoot us. It's completely screwed. Right? They can see us. One way wall. We can't shoot them. They can shoot us. Like it's basically like a guarantee win for attackers here. We can't do anything. Right? Even though we're all set up for a retake, it's hard. And this is what Flavia would have been good for as well. Like Flavia at least has opportunity to try run up and create chaos. But we can't do that. So I do ult here. Like it's our only chance for a retake here. I have to ult this because we're in a do or die situation, right? We have to fight through it, no matter. Even though we're at an extreme disadvantage, even though they have every opportunity to kill us and shoot us, I have to ult and fight for this. There's no other way. And then I try to pointlessly shoot through the wall. Can't shoot through that. Oh, but the ult goes down now, so we do have opportunity now. If Galatea waited about like half a second, maybe it would have been fine, because the ult does go down. Now we can shoot through it. But I'm not sure if it would have made a difference. Maybe it would have, because if we can shoot through this wall, an opportunity to fight back is better than an opportunity to fight back, right? But it doesn't matter. Like we have to take this fight. So they are now. We're not beginners. I think in low elo, if this was to happen, what you might see is that everybody's just sitting like around site, just doing nothing, waiting to die. We know for a fact that we have no choice but to try to force our way through that wall, which we do. I let a nade on them, and I just go. Like it doesn't matter if I'm revealed, we just have to fight. Down one is do or die. And down one, I almost down another, but our team does collapse in. Kill. But at this point, it's over because they managed to waste a lot of time, right? Like that wall just spends you just so much time. No one stuck it. Bomb explodes. So we did successfully retake, but it didn't matter at that point. We should be able to go. So now we're playing to draw. But Meredith has ult. So in this situation, I think the attackers here have an overwhelming advantage. Because Meredith ult, as we saw when I used it, is supposed to be really strong on this map. And then, like, another huge mistake here is that I shouldn't be mid anymore. It's because it's the last round, Meredith has ult, and I should be 100% expected them to play A. I don't know why I'm even mid, because normally when I play this in China, I actually play free A. I would not mind, or I normally would actually sit in long and watch long with Coconut. So we just play 2 heaven, Bimo's at the front, and because I have paint trail, like if I paint all of that, it becomes really hard for attackers to take sight, right? Like Meredith is really strong on this map because of the paint trail just going all the way long A. And like the paint trail, if you can lock down all of long A, like it just becomes immensely difficult for attackers to fight against you. So I'm pre-throwing by being mid. Because the most I can do is, like, even if they confirm A really early, right, the most I can do is walk up here and then paint this way. And that's kind of not very helpful, right? Because they can still kind of walk over it or walk into that way. If I was long with Kokono from the very beginning in heaven, if I can paint all of that, then that delays them much better. And also, that gives me better angles to actually shoot people. So I'm kind of throwing by being mid here. Like, I don't need to watch mid anymore because they already tried the mid play. And that mid play is only something you do once and not again. Like, especially if Cook would have failed, right? Like, if it fails the first time, you don't try that a second time. Like, that's usually how it goes. So I should have not been mid anymore. If I played A with Kokono from the very beginning, well, you'll see kind of what happens, but we do lose this round, but it could have been a very different outcome if I was A with Kokona. Yep, so we know it's A. I mean, like, Meredith, in my opinion, Meredith was stronger on A. I do this Ming. I ego do this Ming, and I lose because of it. I think this free around. If I unpeaked, I was in a bad spot, right? I think what I should have been doing, I think the duel is okay, but I was just in the wrong position to do it. I should have been either standing behind the box here or behind the corner here, right? Standing in the middle, like I'm standing in the open here. I'm standing in the open. I have no chance to retreat. I take this duel with the Ming and I just die for it. And then we lose because of that, I'm pretty sure. Because now that they know I'm down, they just walk in. It's 4v5, they walk in. They probably spot the Bima in hell and they just kind of push into hell, right? And it doesn't matter if they do exactly what I did. So they're gonna ult. Yep, so the exact same ult that I did. They ult the spawn here, and then exactly the same way it unfolded when we were attacking. They walk into hell, kill the guy in hell, and then they just cause chaos on site. It's over at this point. Yeah, so Bimo dies alone on site because that's what that ult does, and then we're just screwed here. So yeah, I screwed this one up immensely. I think I'm so clueless right now. This could have this is winnable. It's really frustrating to me because this is 100% winnable. Like, can we have recovered from this? Like 4v4, this is recoverable. I walk onto site here, and this is a big misplay. I think this was winnable. This was, even with this down here, with this mirror default, that we could have mirrored it, right? I think what I should have done is committed with the rest of the team into heaven and just retake from heaven. I think was what I end up doing is I walk into middle of site, and then I get shot at by like 4 different angles. So there's a Lorwyn up in heaven, there's a Ming in our spawn, and there's a Galatea and Reichi like up here in arches, right? Being on site here, I don't know. You can see I just do absolutely nothing. Alright, like I'm looking at this Ming, I can't shoot her because I'm on low ground. Alright, so then I go into heaven here and try to take the duel with Reichi. I die. I'm like, well, well, that's kind of screwed. At least if I was in heaven, right? If I was in heaven, then I could have maybe played on the corner here and held my Michelle with the Ming. Or I could have tried to take a smarter duel with the Reichi with more cover into arches, right? I could have, it would have been an okay opportunity to fight back. But from the middle of site here, I'm just completely useless. This was winnable if I went back into heaven.
Where's left? Up here?
No, it's 2 more.
Up there.
Yeah, and then at this point, 2v2, or 2v1 rather, Ming has the overwhelming advantage in the gunfight against the Kokona. Overwhelming advantage, but not a complete guarantee. But at this point it doesn't matter because 1v1 bomb situation, Reichi has war. Reichi guarantees wins this. Yeah, there's no way he loses. Reichi's on his wall in arches. Yeah, bomb goes off. It's over. A little bit mad about this one. Like, I make a lot of mistakes here, a lot of major mistakes here. Like, firstly, Reichi's on his wall. On attack, I just don't attack properly. I waste all my Meredith Qs basically. If I got any of these rounds, I think on attack were doable, but I make mistake after mistake, and I don't really perform in gunfights either. So that's a really big rip. I mean, like, credit where credit's due, right? Seafire and Morzo are really good players. They kind of shit on us, to be frank. But you know, it was winnable. Like, I think there were so many rounds. Like, they do make mistakes as well, and we do capitalize on it. Like, I do this good mirror default. Like, if I was awake every round, like I was this round, I think it would have been okay. But we end up playing. I do end up SVPing this round, I think. This game. Wait. Let's go to the stats here. Team stats here. Yeah, I did actually end up topping the whole match. probably purely through paint or purely through Meredith queues, but yeah.
There.
Yeah. Yes. I think also, like, I don't want to blame the teammates here because I definitely made a lot of personal mistakes, but this was a huge Reichi diff. You could see that their Reichi knew the utility, but he knew the horizontal wall and he knew how to use the ult.
Like he had
our Reichi didn't do that, and also he couldn't kill anybody. Like, you know, 0-7, 600 damage. Yikes. But still, even with that Reichi diff, I think that was winnable. I could have tried to carry that. I just messed up a lot on the Meredith. Like, Meredith is a strong pick on this map. I think like Ming and Longwing are core picks, right, in high elo, but on this map I think going Meredith and Reichi gives you a very good opportunity to take sites like one after another, and gives you a good opportunity to at least go three rounds on attack, right? 3 rounds on attack is all you need to give you a very good opportunity to win. Because you see here, we won 6 rounds. Wait, we went 7 rounds. So we went 5 rounds on. Yeah, we went 5 rounds here. So if we went for if we won 3 rounds, then going 5 rounds on defense would have at least given us a draw. But we couldn't do that. So, unfortunate. Lots for me to reflect on. I'm not that good of a player. Good enough to recognize where my mistakes are, but I lose to better players. So that's it for this VOD review. I'm not sure if this is going to be useful to anybody. Useful for me. I know now to be a bit more awake when I'm using Meredith, but I think I played Madeline properly at least. But my Meredith was not it. I could have done so much more, so much better. Well, that's it. Thanks for coming, and hopefully I'll do this a lot more. Maybe I could show you what a winning Cosmite looks like, but this is what a losing Cosmite looks like. Goodbye.